Hello. I hope you're doing good today. I'm doing well. Today we're going to be playing on Einstein's server. Yay! And this is the first thing I'll be showing you. It is Mark's base. He made it look like an entire biome of nether. He built it underground, which is quite nice. Very well decorated. He's got all these chests here with all his sparse items. And over here he's got a automatic smelter. There's the input, there's the fuel, there's the output. And you can hear the minecarts in there doing their work. It's got an enchanting table here, some armor, an elytra, that. He's got a mine over here. He's got an extended pulse there, more chests, a bed, lovely bed, a chest with junk, there we go, that's mine, never mind. More armor, more chests. And he's got a very nice thing underground here. He's got a sugarcane farm. Lovely. And it tediously works away. It's nearly full. And he switched it off for lag purposes.
The next thing I'll be showing you is Mark's path that he built from his nether portal, as you can see here. He asked me to give compliments, so compliments from the show. This is just a brief view of it, so you can see lovely jubbly, and
there's a piggy. Up next is the potion shop, which I spent quite some time building. It has a very interesting system that I designed myself. I'm pretty sure that there's probably something like it. The way it works is you drop gold in here, and then there's this list of potions that you can choose from. It is, as far as I know, every single potion you can get your hands on in vanilla Minecraft. The way it works, you drop the gold in there, you hear the pistons, and then say now I want a slowness potion. Then it'll drop through. You hear the little chime, I take it out, and then I'll go and use it. Hip, hip. I don't think he'll appreciate that. Okay, no reaction. Good. Oh bugger. Shit, he's coming for me. Nope, please. Help. Grr. Now I won't go into too much detail on how the shop works, but here there is a system of hoppers that is an item filter, so you can only take gold. Here I used stone, just because it was I was testing it. Then once it gets one piece of gold through, unfortunately it tends to break if you put in more than one. So I put up a notice to tell you only put one. Once one piece comes through, then it sends out a signal which allows all these pistons here to allow a signal to come through that will dispense a potion or whatever I've put in there from the dispenser. Once that's done, it'll send a signal to the filter here, and then it'll remove that item, therefore cutting off the signal, and then nothing else can be taken through. It also, once it's dispensed the item, it goes onto ice here, and then it'll go into a chest with a hopper here where it can be received. Now okay, there are items in here, so if I put in a stone, oh wait, I think it's a specific type. No? Yeah, so I put it in, dispense it, and then it'll land up there. Now, chime is something that I put on when I had it on the server. Now, one thing we've had trouble with is taking off when using our elytras. So I decided to put up elytra towers. There's only two, one here and then one by my base, and pretty much just gives you a high point to take off. As you can see there. Missed. We also have a new addition to the server. His name is Joel the Gamer. He's a friend of Einstein. Now this is just as a quick side note. I discovered later on that this is in fact not his base, and it is actually Sharky's base, which is no longer a part of the server now. Joel's base is actually 11,000 blocks away from where this one is. Unfortunately, he came during a time where my PC was having a lot of technical issues, so I missed a lot of what he did here. He built this very nice base. I don't know everything about it, I didn't see him build it, but he's got some very nice interiors. He's got some rather odd signage. Don't know what it means. Eat a wee potato. I think he's trying to put some Irish puns in there somewhere. I don't know. He built this. Very intricate. Quite pretty. I don't have this kind of build skill at all. And he's got this mine here, which I absolutely despise because it's got... You can't really move very fast, and it's got all these little labyrinths, which is just so annoying. Also, another thing that I've done is I've linked up all the bases with paths. Also, Zoo, as she prefers to be called, Love to Cat. Well, that's her username. She built this very nice, snazzy house. Still, I wouldn't be able to build something like this. It's quite nice, not too much inside it. It's, I would imagine it's just a decoration piece. It's got these doges here, and here she has got a horse stable. One day I decided it would be a good idea to go and fetch literally every single horse, dead horse that I could find that had spawned, and just dump them all in a little thing. There are, I would imagine, about 50 in there. She has also converted her little settlement over here into a farmhouse. There is this rabbit trying to trample my bloody crops. Little turd. Got him. The next thing I'll be showing you is this beautiful beast which I constructed some time ago. It literally serves no purpose. I suggested it might become like a cattle kraal, but it was just a thing to pass the time. The aim of it was just to make it look like a very nice dome, which I think I've kind of accomplished. It also looks quite nice from the inside. It gives you a nice view of the overall area. The only reason why it's green is because we had a massive surplus of green glass, so I thought I might as well make use of it. There's Mark in the distance, destroying and mutilating the entire space which is used by the villagers. The fiend. The next thing is I built paths. Well, like I said earlier, I built them leading to all the bases, and you can see it looks quite nice on the map. Mark also decided with Joel to build a nice coliseum. I'll show you now. He started on it, I think, like 2 or 3 days ago, but I haven't seen him work on it, and it's getting there. The next thing I built was this nice food shop. Unfortunately, I had to put the prices for certain items quite high. For this one, it's simply because it takes so long to get, like, just a stack and a half. Now, most of the initial stock came from like large quantities of AFK fishing. So I used that, and it wasn't as expensive as it is now. But after discovering how long it took, I just bumped up the price. And also, earlier today I went and hunted down quite a large quantity of livestock, and I got all of this lovely jubbly. These items are pretty much second to golden carrots in like the saturation and the amount of food they fill. And here I've got mutton, which is not as good, so it's not as expensive. Also got cooked potatoes. They're quite cheap because they're very quick to get. And I've got bread that's quite cheap because I've got a farm that's automatically producing the wheat. The next thing I'll be doing is I'll be building a stone shop. Now what I've decided to do is take all the blocks that I'm going to be selling here and then match them like this to illustrate what's being sold here. I think this looks quite nice. I made it look like a nice spooky spot. And I put up a sign, "Welcome to Exotica, the home of unusual blocks. You can buy a nice range of building blocks here." So I'm going to be supplying stone, brick, mossy stone, end stone, the variant of red nether brick that you use, I think it's nether wart and nether bricks, and you get the nether brick here, and then I think that's everything that I'm going to be selling. I might include a few others, but that's the brunt of what I'm going to be selling. I'm now about to go to the end to get some end stone. I've just been to the end and I went and got all the stone, put it in the shop. Now I've just been to the nether and gotten a whole lot of netherrack for making all the different types of nether brick variants. Oh, and we're also in 1.11 now, so we've got these ugly mofos. I've recently added a couple more things to the shop. Like I added all the new stone types. Well, not new, the ones that were added in 1.7, granite, diorite, and the granite, andesite, and diorite. Pretty cheap because it's pretty easy to get. And then I've got the nether brick. Here I've got the red nether brick, which uses the nether wart. Here I've got some sandstone, quite a lot of sandstone. Here I've got end stone. Here I've got quartz, which takes quite a long time to get that quantity. Then I've got glowstone and magma blocks over here. Then I've got the stone, and it's that way so that you can make whatever variant you want. And then I've got mossy stone bricks and chiseled stone bricks, and also some cracked stone over here. Now, when I built my potion shop, Mark or Einstein was not too happy with that, me building a shop, and I think I've managed to convince him otherwise, because he's actually now built 2 shops of his own. I think I just got him to calm down and embrace the shopping experience. Here he's built a sugarcane farm. He's made it for free because I think he's got a an automatic sugarcane farm, so because it's producing all the time, it doesn't have to put any input for it. And then he's got a bone shop. He's got bone blocks and then bone meal. Just normal bones. What's he got in here? He's got bones in that one as well. Now, one thing that I feel is unbelievably amazing in the 1.11 update is the addition of the shulker box. Now, I didn't go out and get these, but Mark did. He got, I think, like 12 boxes worth of shulker shells, and he gave me one, and then he had, like, I think 7 or 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 8, 9. Yeah, he had 9 extras, and he said they can all be yours for 10 diamonds. Yeah, I bought them off of him before he could finish his sentence, because I calculated that if I had an ender chest full of these, instead of just having 27 spaces, the shulker boxes would bump that up to 720 something. And the nice thing is that you can color code it and name it. So I made this one valuables, and I put all my valuables. Now, using this with the ender chest is like having a bank account. No one else can open it, and you can keep a lot of your stuff in there. It's items. So I'm always going to be carrying a ender chest with me, or just taking these ones. So I've got one for stones like this and that, and then I've got one for ores. And valuables, that one is just, as you saw, all my valuable items. So yeah, it's pretty amazing. I'm pretty sure there are some other features that we're going to be making quite a good use of. Unfortunately, one thing that I used frequently was the AFK fish farm, which unfortunately no longer works. So, as far as I know, there is a fix for it, but I just haven't been bothered. Also, another thing that's been happening here is that Mark has been decorating heavily. He took out quite a few blocks of this and then he placed it back. As you saw earlier when I was saying he was being a fiend from when I was standing up in there. This is what he was busy with. Now, we're in Mark's space, and do you remember that update, feature that you could do when using the elytra, that you can now stand in a 1 block tall space? Now, we decided to make use of that, and we built a tunnel. And you can move incredibly fast. It's insane. And when you come out, you come springing out. I can probably also use this as a way to, like when he's busy in his base, I can just like sneak in and then throw a potion on him and then run away. And that unfortunately concludes today's episode. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.